Hi, it's Lisa Voronkova, CEO of Ova Solutions, bioengineer entrepreneur, and I'm so excited to welcome you all in my channel. Today we're going to talk about a really important topic for probably everyone who started their own innovative company: how to raise investment in your startup, how to get funded, and how to find these investors who would believe in you, in your idea, your vision, and then help you to achieve some life-changing results. So today I put together some tool guides that I'm willing to share with you, and then using these tools that I'm talking about, you might be able to find that one investor that aligns with your vision for your company and you're ready to proceed with them. So in this video, we will consider some services that will help you to find some investors for your startup. And also, I'm here to help you save your time in the process, because everyone knows that fundraising is a full-time job. First thing you may want to take a look at is investor databases. So often in social networks and startup communities, you can find links to databases of contacts for venture capital funds and business angels. Despite the warm introduction being the most effective way to get money from an investor, cold emails sometimes may work too. The main thing is to remember is to write only to those investors who are interested in your field and invest money in companies at your stage. Because there is no point in writing to a fund that invests in nuclear energy if you guys are building a grocery delivery company, So even the best one. I would also, before I give you a list of tools, I want to also empathize on how important networking is. So you guys, when you're going through fundraising process and you understand that you don't have enough contact through fellow entrepreneurs or at least some angels, you may understand that you're not in the best position. So I always encourage people to meet someone over a coffee at least 3 to 5 times per week to grow this amount of contacts of fellow entrepreneurs, because intro from an entrepreneur is extremely valuable. So if they would introduce you to their investor, it's way better than some angel investor, even the best one, would introduce you to another investor, because it may feel like, oh, I as an investor don't want to invest in this company, but you may want to take a look. It sounds like, oh, I have this sandwich. It's not really good enough. So, do you want? So it just doesn't feel right. And you may want to be visible, but visible through your fellow entrepreneurs, through your community, through your network. However, if it's not the case, have no fear, because again, cold outreach may still work. First link that I'm leaving below of this video is Active Investors List by Trace Cohen. It's a list of 390 bit more investors with contact details, with LinkedIn profiles, average check size, and areas of interest. Second list I want to share are media investors. So this is a list of individuals and companies investing in media, entertainment, gaming industries. There are no contact details provided in the list. You'll have to search for them yourselves. But below, I would talk you, later in this video, I will tell you more about tools that might assist you with that. So if you're a startup, if one of these industries, it's worth just taking a look at this database. Another link I want to share with you is a VC funds at or below 200 million size. So this table contains data on venture capital funds of less than 200 million. An important feature of this database is information on where the venture capital funds raise money for investment. In addition to obvious investor characteristics such as areas of interest and geographical focus, it is worth paying attention to the dry powder indicator in fundraising, because it shows the remaining money in the fund available for investing in new projects. The earlier the fund was raised, the more likely it is that the fund will no longer be investing in new projects. Therefore, it's better to pay special attention to funds that have been formed recently. Another amazing tool is Greetio. So it's a completely free service for finding right business angels. So the service gathers data from investor profiles on LinkedIn and Angel List, and then put it all in a convenient database. If your startup is still at a very early stage, it's worth paying attention to the angels from this list. Signal by NFX. So it's a platform for finding investors. Unlike regular lists, it allows you to determine how many handshakes away you are from a particular person. So to view this information, you need to connect your LinkedIn profile to the platform, and then it will show you how many steps you should take, because LinkedIn itself is just a database. Now, I want to talk about tools for contact search. How to do this outreach, how to figure out how to email to these people that you want to reach out. First tool, of course, is Bridge. So warm introduction is what every founder seeking investment from their company wants to receive. Yeah. So you want to have a warm intro. You don't want to go through cold outreach. So if you as a founder is officially introduced to an investor through some mutual connections, their chances of securing funding significantly increase. So once again, your connection is a valuable asset during fundraising. To be introduced to the investor, you need to find common contacts and politely request an introduction. And the Bridge service was created specifically for this task. So with the Bridge, you can ask your fellow entrepreneur to introduce you to someone in their network. All you need to do is briefly describe yourself and purpose of this introduction, then click Request Entry button. You can track the status of your request with the service. You will be also notified if the request was declined, so there is no need to constantly poke in this person. Txar's acceleration program actively use the Bridge service. After you complete the acceleration program, they send investors a table with information about the latest acceleration graduates. However, they do not provide startups' contact details. Instead, they leave a link to Bridge so that investors can contact projects only after coordinating with the Txar's team. Shizen is another service that saves time in finding suitable investors. Simply briefly describe the essence of your startup, like industry, stage of development, and the service will provide a list of relevant funds and relevant business agents. We'll provide a list of relevant funds and business angels. A list of 100 investors will cost you like $30, but it will provide several contacts for free, so you can check them out. And the service will help you understand if you're looking in the right direction and adjust your search accordingly. So this is how investor card looking in this platform. It provides a list of recent details, brief description, some contacts. Another tool you may want to use called Snowio or Snowly Prospects. Employees of venture funds receive like dozens of emails from startups every day. So to protect their inbox from all this flow of projects, most funds just do not list their employees' emails on their website, but instead offer to fill out a form on the website or write an email address like info@venturefund.com. So what you may want to do is like to find the personal email for someone from the fund. You can guess the address randomly. So in most cases, emails are created using such an algorithm. Like let's say John Doe would have an email, john@fund.vc, doe@fund.vc, jdoe@fund.vc, John Doe@fund.vc, etc. But this option may take some time when you're trying to actually guess the email. So it's easier to use services that will do that for you. There are quite a few of them, but in this video, we'll only consider two. Browser extension Snow.io email finder, and also the same one, but for LinkedIn prospect finder. So Snow.io is a paid service. It starts like from $30 per month. However, there's a free plan, and it allows you to find around like 150 email addresses, which is quite enough at the initial stage of fundraising, because you may expect conversion of 3 to 1% depending on how seasoned you are as an entrepreneur and a fundraising, and also how good is your project. So email finder search for contact information on all sites except LinkedIn, and LinkedIn prospect finder does basically the opposite. So to use this service, you just need to install extension and create a free account, and you can search investors' emails and write to them directly. Now, probably one of the most important things, templates. Yeah. So when you don't know where to start a fundraising process and search for investors, it's helpful to have a checklist or plan at hand. I'm sharing a link to fundraising kit, like it's a Notion template that gather useful instructions, also some templates, email templates, and tools. For example, a template for first cold email to investor, example of effective pitch decks. These materials may not be something new for experienced founders, but they might be useful for those who are fundraising for their company for the first time. By the way, Fundraising Kit and Shizun have the same creator. It's Pavel Gray. He launched the free fundraising kit on Product Hunt to attract users to Shizun. Good strategy, isn't it? Yeah, that's it for today. Hope that helps. Follow me on YouTube and thank you for being with me here today. Let me know in the comments what is your fundraising process and was it helpful at all or not. See you in the next video. Bye.